Well, before I begin, I need to correct an error that I made last week, and a number of people mentioned this and were gracious enough to point it out, so I need to set the record straight about something. And the only way to do this is just to be blunt about it. Dory was not a clownfish. A number of people pointed that out. First and foremost, some of my own children over lunch. So I called it Dory a clownfish, and I blew that. My apologies. She's actually a blue tang, or a royal blue tang, or a Pacific blue tang fish. Scientifically, I would refer to it as a Paracanthropus hepatus. I'd prefer that name. And you are wondering, Jim, how much of your week did you spend trying to get the pronunciation of that right? So that's the scientific name. And I would say it again, but I stuck the landing on that first time through, and I'm not going to try it again. The fish is also known as a surgeon fish because I have no idea. You wouldn't even think that it would be a good idea to have a fish with that kind of memory operating on anybody, but it is called a surgeon fish. So I apparently need to spend more time with Pixar movies in sermon prep. That's the lesson we can all learn. Now we are back in verse 23, and we've spent 2 full weeks now looking at what it means to hold fast the confession of our hope and how to do so without wavering. And so we did that, and we are reviewing this section that has the 3 let us phrases, the 3 let us exhortations: let us draw near, let us hold fast, and let us consider how we are to prompt one another, to stimulate one another to love and to good deeds. And we are to do this in light of the fact that we have this confidence that we have direct access to God. We are to do this in light of the fact that we have a great high priest over the household of God. This is to motivate us to draw near to him, to hold fast to the confession of our hope, and then to encourage others to do that same thing. And drawing near means to hold tight, and we are to hold tight to the confession. Remember that objective body of truth that is outside of us, the gospel truth, what we all agree together and confess that results in our salvation. That is what we are to hold fast to. That is the grounding of our hope, which is not a wish. It's not a wishful thinking. It's not wish casting. It's actually a confident expectation that we have. Our hope is something future primarily. We have a future hope. We have a present hope. We have an anchor for our soul, which is our hope that we look forward to and we are anticipating in the future. That is our hope. And so it's not simply what we just wish for. All of that hope that we have is grounded in the person and the work of Jesus Christ, what he has done on our behalf. That is our confident expectation. We are anticipating it. It is certain. And because it is certain, you and I are called to hold fast to that without wavering. And that word means without wavering, without bending, or without leaning, or without being inclined towards the fashions of the fickle or the whims of the world. We are to stand strong and to hold fast and to not waver and to not bend and to not compromise. That's what we are called to do.